Um, who's doing recap tonight?
I am.
Right. We got a Jack's cap.
Yep.
All right.
I know everybody else has been doing this in character, and I did write it out like a journal entry, so I'm just gonna read what I wrote.
That's fine.
Um,
All right. Do we have green lights?
yes, sir.
All right. We got green lights. Jax, take us away.
It's been a eventful few days after fighting with Maddie's brother and winning pretty big on that one. Mig, Maddie, and Argus went out drinking. They noticed that most of the drinks were on the house are paid for by Mig, and they found out that Mig is a D-Semitic on his mother's side, but he was kicked out of the family for wanting to pursue his art. For a while, the three of them talked about their families and. Sorry, on what I've written, it says they talked about their families and pasta. So I don't know what you guys talked about, but you talked about pasta. They met Joan Jett at the bar and they took her back to Plaza 6 to see the rest of the crew. And as the drunkards made their way back to the rest of the party, we were all paralyzed with knives to our throats by 6. Quinn is the only one not paralyzed. I have an echo pretty strongly of myself.
Mm,
I think it's coming from Marshall.
Yeah, it looks like it's
It
coming from
is.
Marshall.
from me?
Yeah. Quinn is the only one not paralyzed because she's so strong and powerful. She tries to talk to 6, and he moves us all outside. We're arranged in a very uncomfortably familiar circle. Quinn and 6 exchange some words, and just as soon as 6 has moved all of the daggers to Quinn, ready to kill her, Joan is there and shouts at him to stop. And she knows him. They seem like coworkers. Joan helps get Malon's stuffy back, and she has us moved to our wagon, saying her benefactor needs a word with us. Uh, and as we're in the wagon, Joan uses a very strong transportation spell and sends us somewhere. There's a loud knock at the door, and we're told to exit with no sudden moves or be met with violence. There's a large number of heavily armored guards and a very clearly high ranking officer. We're allowed to keep our weapons, but we're warned if we make any moves that displease him or our audience, we will be killed. We're on a ship called the Indominus Rex. We're led into a very dark room. Everything is set up for a trial. Sound from us is amplified. Whispering would be futile. We all naturally follow Malon's lead. There's an old man in a suit that helps him breathe. He looks like a nobleman of some kind. And the room has walls that glow red when it picks up something as a lie. It picked both mine and Malon's names as lies, and Quinn's role as a lie, even though we all said what was on our papers. He asked us a lot of questions about the party and what happened with his sister, Drusilla. He said that the timing was convenient, but it wouldn't make sense for us to risk our lives saving her just to kill her later. We got asked a lot of other questions about kind of pointless things, but ultimately it was decided that we hadn't committed any crimes he could charge us for. But when we got to our room, Quinn said we should be honest with each other. Just the thought of that made me feel sick to my stomach with the guilt, and I felt the weight of the curse on my tongue. Quinn shared first. She had been a victim of the Inquisitors and had been a tranquil for some time. Her magic was taken away and restored by her goddess. Ellie's greatest fear is becoming a tranquil, and Malon confessed to still being a monster and still following her queen. Quinn has a book she needs to find. It sounds like the dwarf had it, the one that died. Pico had a solid freak out about not needing to be here and wondering why he was with us. And then something about seeing the face of God. I wasn't really paying attention to him since I had just confessed to not being Drew, and that Drew wasn't really a real person, and also that I was the reason that Pandora was trapped in the cube and Argus became what he is. But I'm sure the rest of the night will be uneventful. That's all I've got. Everything's going to be fine.
Beautiful. All right. Inspiration to Jax. Is there anything anybody else? Is there still an echo? I'm not picking up the echo, and I'm in a completely separate room, so I'm not sure why there is an echo.
Nope, not anymore.
We're
Well,
good now?
a little one.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Maybe I'll turn down your volume a little bit more. Either way, if there's any kind of just stop, and if anybody needs, if there's any kind of audio issues, just go ahead and holler it out. We'll see if we can fix it real quick. Is there anything anybody else wants to add? Yes, you guys are aboard the Indominus Rex, which is basically like an aircraft carrier had a baby with a oil tanker. It is a massive war vessel that you guys are out on the open, based on the Great Northern Sea. It's ocean as far as you guys could see from what little you could see the time you guys spent up on deck. Ocean everywhere. There are storms. The waves are crashing against this thing. The the sea never calms here. Like there is a perpetual storm. It is constant maelstroms and churning seas and waves and lightning strikes. The sea is constantly raging in the northern parts of this world. But the Dominus Rex cuts through it with little to no problem as you guys are steadily making your way back towards Opus Day. They were told by the commander of these troops that you were offered these quarters and you would be arriving in Opus Day probably the next day, weather permitting. So you got about a day, maybe a day and a half. But for the most part, it's still relatively early. Like it's dawn pretty much. You guys were back and slept a few hours before the guys got wrangled up with six. And then the group, the other parts of the group came back from drinking that night. It's only been a matter of hours. Yes, you guys were introduced to the Arl Dagny Rex in his boardroom. It kind of reminds you, some of you, of the culture of how Opus Dei is structured. It's very much so like a corporation, more so than a, I guess you could say, like royalty. There are board members and nobility that sit on this board, and Arl Dagny Rex is the reigning CEO, essentially, of this country, the most powerful. But he also spoke to you about a great many things that were going on, and like Jackson pointed out, a lot of random questions about another mercenary group called the Krakenites and your guys' encounter in the Endless Acre Wood. He asked you about the Major Domo Logain, who is actually a courtier of his. He's basically the mayor of the Den, the township in Opus Dei. But I was also inquiring as to the weird relationship and how you guys have seen him with the Count Mercurio de Simeti, brother of the deceased Polly de Simeti. A lot of random questions, as Jax pointed out. But you guys were offered room and board. It's a very relatively small, like no bigger than a large bedroom. You got half a dozen cots or so in here, double deckers. You guys can sleep. There's some boxes for you guys to put away your stuff if you want to. But all in all, pretty sparse in here. There's no decoration, no frill, no comfort. It's a simple military barracks aboard this massive military vessel. Yes, you guys made some confessions and some hard truths were shared. And we are picking up immediately where that left off with that conversation. Is there anything anybody wants to add before we jump back into it? Let's jump back into it. Take us away. Whoever's first. You guys are all in this room together. Go.
Okay, well, I don't think Janet needs to freak out as much as Janet's freaking out. I'm gonna kind of like offer Janet my stuffed animal. Well, Pico's like, because if I remember correctly, Pico was freaking out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna offer the stuffed animal that I haven't fully cleaned yet.
You see Pico looking at it, well, Janet looking at it, and is just, you see a glow coming over his eyes, like you see a shine of blue, shine of gold, shine of green, a shine of like a light beam, just very small sparks in his eyes, looking around and just covering his face as he's just trying to sit down, and you just hear him muttering, Janet doesn't know that. Janet now knows. What does Janet do?
Hey, listen. I know that you kind of just got stuck with us because we're the ones who found you, but none of us are bad people. All we've ever tried to do is help others. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
like gently try to place the stuffed animal in your lap.
and Janet looks up at Malin and just is like, Janet knows. Janet always knows. It's okay. Um, yeah, I'm Janet. And thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna just let it sit in my lap and just sit down and I'm like, I'm gonna be in this corner a bit, but it's not y'all, it's me. It's not you, it's me. I'm just gonna be in a corner.
Okay. Well, I am here if you need anything, okay?
Oakley dokley.
And then I'm gonna stay close by so that if Janet like wants to say anything or it looks like it's starting to spiral again, I'm like really close by.
I give a nod to Malin of reassurance. It's like, Janet's calming down. We're good. We're fine. I'm doing okay. Um, and I'm surveying the room and I'm like, is it hot and heavy in here? Is it is it me? So something's in the air tonight and I don't know. Janet likes what is going on right now.
It's been a lot of hard conversations.
So Ellie's going to walk over with her container of water and offer it to Pico and say, "Do you still have your onions? Would that help?
Do you have one?
Don't you have a bag of them?"
I do have a bag. And I'm gonna just scrounge around for them and probably nibble on an onion if I could find one in my pocket. DM if I have a bag of onions with me.
You do actually. You have the bag that you took from. So real quick, somebody's telling me that there's still an echo. Is there still a damn echo?
Yeah. It came up for
Alright.
both
I'm gonna drop out and drop back in real quick.
okay. Sorry, my brain's not working and I can't think of names right now.
Okay. Checkity check.
Hello?
I think it echoed with me, but now it's not.
All right.
There's
We
still
good,
like a
Miss?
slight echo, but it's not.
There was a slight
There is an
echo.
echo from
Oh, from
Ellie.
from Pico too.
From me?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really strong from Sherry and Lindsay.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
it's
and me
there for
still.
you again.
If you guys like, Allie,
What?
Lindsay, are you
Oh,
two
okay.
sitting? Are you two sitting next to each other?
Yeah,
Muted on my end.
yeah, but we're both muted from each other's.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I
it's
think
coming
it's just-
specifically from your mic.
It's coming from your mic, yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
we're watching the green.
Yeah. Every time we say something, you light up too.
I have no idea why.
So, check. Oh.
Checking it.
Very slight. I don't know.
Yeah, I
If
have
we
no
talk
idea.
like this is so bad.
I have no idea. So I am trying to see if I need to like lower myself or there's anything else I can do. Is it still going?
Check.
I
don't-
think
I'm not
we're
get-
okay.
Because I'm not getting an echo
No?
from any of you guys. So let's see. All right, let's try and push forward here.
Okay.
So, Yes, Pico, you do have that bag of onions that you got when you were just feasting with Quark. In fact, you recall that when you gathered it up, that thing never got empty. It just kept refilling with more and more and more onions. So yeah, you definitely still have that bag.
Yes, I have a bag of holding for onions. I'm so happy.
The bag of
So
onions.
I'm gonna bag of onion. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna. It's like gonna look up at Ellie and be like, "Thank you. You guys know me more than I know myself sometimes." Man, Janet's so happy for you guys. Like I said, it's not you. It's me. And I'm just gonna have like wide eyes staring at the wherever I need to stare off at for now with an onion nibbling. And my eyes are still gonna be flashing different colors just slightly.
I'm gonna mute myself while you guys are talking and see if that helps. So, Maddie, what are you doing right now?
If I can, I think I'm trying to upload all the documents back to with the satchel because I know that we completed our rule of three. I just want to make sure kind of get everything going for when we get back to Trinamark that we can smoothly progress.
Okay, so you're watching your, so you're taking care of the satchel. Um, Quinn, what are you doing right now?
Uh, Quinn is watching Jax with intent. Um, and she keeps switching from Jax to Malin to Maddie. Uh, just pondering her options currently.
Okay. Take a look at your passive here. Roll me a. It's like you are specifically watching them, so go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick.
Great, beautiful. 25.
25. Yeah. You notice, like I said, everything's going on with Pico over here. Maddie's fumbling around with the satchel, getting paperwork together. You notice specifically that Drew is kind of, or yeah, not Drew now. Jax is specifically kind of genially making their way towards the door.
Quinn's gonna head towards the door, just to cut off Jax. So going somewhere?
I just want to look at the ocean. It's been a while since I've seen one.
Oh, so you're totally not running away.
No, why would I be running away?
I don't know. You seemed pretty scared when you revealed your secrets. So I'm totally just checking to make sure you're all right.
Thanks, but I'm gonna like cock my head and like put my hand on your shoulder a little bit. Like, do you think I shouldn't have been scared?
Oh no, you have lots of reasons to be scared. Uh, I am unsure of what's going to happen, but if you want to go look at the ocean, I guess that's up to you. But I'd be very careful around the edge.
Yeah, what, a druid's gonna drown?
Uh, there are worse fates. Quinn's going to go
Yeah.
wander over to see what Malin's doing. Good luck.
Ellie's
Yeah,
gonna.
well, nobody.
I was just say Ellie's gonna spot Jax and say, "Do you want some company?"
Yeah, sure. If you want to come with me.
Sure, I'd love to see the ocean as well.
Quinn's going to have a slight smile at that idea.
I am going to visibly relax.
So Ellie's gonna join Jax at the door.
Okay. You guys, anything before you guys leave the room?
I'll offer Ellie my arm. And be like, come on, little sister, let's look at the ocean.
Let's go.
Door's not locked. As you guys exit, though, there is a guard posted up outside your room. Doesn't move, doesn't do anything, doesn't even react to you guys leaving the room. You guys aren't confined here, it seems. You're just out in the hallway.
We were told that we could explore within reason.
You saying
So-
saying that to us or to the guard?
Well, just kind of out loud and to Jax, just kind of like as a reminder.
Yeah, I figured up on the deck was within reason.
Yeah, I agree.
You have two options, left or right.
You got my arm. Which way are we going, left or right?
Well, which way gets us to the deck? Up.
Should we ask the guard?
Yeah, I'll ask the guard.
Kind of like audibly does a he points to the right.
Then we're going to the right.
I'm going right.
Things are pretty clearly marked here. Like I said, it's almost like you're following, emergency evacuation routes. But yeah, you easily find your way up to the deck. So, do we want to shift back?
Maddie-
So who wants to go first? We got Ellie and Jax up on the deck, exploring the ship, and then you got everybody else back in the room. Is anybody else going anywhere? Or is everybody else kind of staying where they're at?
I would like to disconnect my hand when I see them leave to see if it can stealthily follow behind them.
Oh, okay. Gonna use your newfangled hand.
A new little spider hand that is super cool.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and
Um,
explain it? And is there any rolls attached to it or anything?
well, yeah.
So
Does that little thing need to make a stealth check or?
it is super stealthy, but it's got 6 fingers. And so when it detaches, it kind of goes more into like a spider type of a feel, almost like
Mhm.
still like Thing, from the Addams family, but spiderish and everything. So it's going to be following behind, trying to sneak up on you guys, and I am actually able to see through it if it's within 100 feet.
They're definitely going to be going more than 100 feet. So if you're going to continue with the tracking them, you're going to have to follow behind, or you will lose sight.
I really. All right, yeah, I'll go, but just to stay within 100 feet. Like I think I can stay pretty far away from them, so without them knowing I'm there.
All right. Yeah, using essentially the mage hand ability of this. Yeah, if you stay within 100 feet, you could easily stay far enough behind them that they're not going to see. But I would say, Jax, you did say that you physically relaxed. So, and you have Ellie here.
I would say I'm still checking around to
still
see if anybody's following
Wow.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Now that you know, interesting.
Oh no! I am on guard this whole time.
Okay. Let's get a perception check going then.
Okay. Well, my passive perception's 18.
Okay. You
With
said
that.
Are you actively looking back, or you just want to use your passive?
I would say I am looking around, but I'll do a check.
Okay.
Where did it go?
So I should roll a stealth.
Yep, stealth with advantage because it's just your hand.
It's a tiny little hand. He's so cute.
Oh.
Wow. I have a +9. I got a 14 on advantage. I'm changing my dice.
Are you guys gonna have to? It doesn't pop up the numbers for me when I'm looking at this with the new way this is set up now. So you guys got to tell me what you get.
That's a 20.
20.
A dirty
Four-
20, but a 20.
14.
Okay. Drew, you're definitely able to track that something is following you. Like I said, you're a little bit obscured because you are leading Ellie, but guys are locked arms and making your way through this kind of unfamiliar place. But you're definitely clear that something is following you. You can hear the clickety clack kind of behind you, and you know it's not a guard.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
I do
Maddie.
want to say I'm trying to look relaxed. I am not relaxed.
Fair enough. So, Maddie, you're following behind, keeping about 100 yards distance, and you got Ellie and Jax up on the deck. Anybody else doing anything back in the room? Still got Argus, Quinn, Pico, Malin. What are you up to, Argus?
At this point, I would probably actually start calling Itlock the spider back.
Okay.
Just because they've been gone since surgery, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they were actually in the wagon when we teleported.
Technically, it stays on you. It just doesn't, it's part of your physical being, right? It's like on your back.
The spider?
Yeah.
It can. But yeah.
Okay. I definitely, but you can summon it back. It's your, your new, especially with your new abilities, it's like you're kind of having to kind of fabricate a bit of a shell for it. But yeah, you're able
Yeah.
to get it back. So you spend your time tinkering and getting your spider back.
Correct.
Okay. Keep in mind, everybody, like Argus has gone through a little bit of a dramatic transformation. His physical being, like the entire basically middle section, the guts of him have been completely removed in the sense that the cube is no longer there. His humanoid form is deeply warped now. He's got a very, very tiny little chest of a torso kind of thing going on with his arms and a long ass weird set of legs on top of his head. So Argus has dramatically changed, but goes to work assembling this kind of mechanist shell in his efforts to bring his familiar back. Well, his now, believe what is it called now, Argus? It's a
I think it's either, I think it's called a battle steed.
let's see here.
Battle something. That's Battlesmith. That's Battle Steel Defender.
Steel Defender. Yes.
There we go.
So you spend some time fabricating and getting this construct going and summoning your spider back to you. Anybody else do? What are you guys doing in the room?
Malin is very much just checking on everybody that has stayed in the room, trying to keep herself busy so that she doesn't think about the stuff she admitted to.
Okay. Pico, Quinn, anything?
Pico, I think, notices that people are going up to the deck. I think I'm just waiting for, since Malin and Ellie was comforting me, Ellie left, but Malin's still here. I want to stick to Malin's side for just remainder until I see what's going on, so I can calm down. Malin's very helpful.
Okay. Yes, the stuffed animal is definitely doing its trick. Your madness, so to speak, subsides a little bit, and you kind of come back to yourself. You're no longer in the sky; you are here on the ground. Quinn?
Quinn's gonna walk over to Argus and watch him tinker, and just take notes in her spell book. Not interrupting his work at all, but just detailing what he's doing.
Okay, make me an intelligence check real quick.
Oh, I don't think I'm smart. Hang on.
Now. If you're gonna watch a tinker, you gotta have a little bit of schmarts.
8.
Yeah.
Very surface level. You don't take anything from it, but you sit there quietly, silent contemplation, watching Argus tinker.
Those might be legs. You're not sure.
With that, we're going to shift back up to the deck. You guys, Jax, Ellie, you guys find the deck without any problems. Like I said, you're just following the directions there. And you open a large, heavy swing hinge door, and you are back up, and you are caught in the face with that salt air of the open ocean. It just hits you like a wall. And you guys step out into the vast openness of this deck, and there are soldiers and sailors just moving to and fro this massive war vessel. And there are masts attached to this thing and a humongous sets of sails, but doesn't seem like it's the main source of forward propulsion on this thing. It almost seems like these are more for show, especially against the constant storms that are waging against this thing. But at the same time, you're not unstable. It's like you guys don't even have to worry about finding your sea legs here. It's like whatever's going on with the raging ocean all around you, you're stable gyroscopically. Even you walk without any issue. You go up the stairs and down. This vessel is extremely stable against the chaos that is hitting it. But left or right, you guys can go over to the railing and just the vastness of it all out in front of you. The sun barely shines through the storms that just kind of encircle you. No, doesn't matter. You look left, you look right, you look all around this. There are waves crashing up against this 10, 12 footers, sometimes higher. They don't quite get to the top of the vessel. They don't get over the edge and onto the bridge of the ship. And lightning hits the open water every once in a while. You look off in the distance, you see these swirling maelstroms of water that are just pulling down into an inky void. Like the ocean here is just chaos. Wind howls and hits you against the face, but it's not so much that you can't have a conversation. But you can imagine a vessel any smaller than this is probably going to struggle out here. It's like you think about Captain Albert Alexander's little vessel out on the rivers, and like guys, there's river travel. That is nothing compared to what you are standing out here now. But the floor is yours.
Well, Ellie's gonna walk towards the rail, and just breathe in the air. It's like this is so beautiful. I wonder where we are. Jax, do you know where we are? Have you ever seen this before?
That's hard to say. I mean, we're on a boat heading to a destination. I don't have access to like the maps. It's still daylight, right? I can't see the stars. I'm assuming
Forget I
I
got
can't see.
forget I got to take myself off of mute here. Yes, technically it's still like early morning. Like it's barely like maybe 7, 8 a.m.
Okay. I wasn't much of a sailor, so with the stars being this dim, I can't really see.
So, you said you've been around for a while. I just wondered if you'd seen anything like this before, because I never have. I'm never
Well, I
been.
was. Oh, they kept you in the hearth then.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah, I was raised uh, in the hearth with Elder Ingrid, and yeah, didn't really travel much. It was beautiful green, but this ocean is, I mean, it's a totally different beauty.
Yeah. What did they tell you about us?
About us.
The children of Danu.
Oh, um, mm, Elder Ingrid always told me that I wasn't much of a good student, but through the things that I've been through with the mercenary group, we found a bunch of stuff that things that have been rewritten, if you will, or things that have been taken away from the story, and just finding little things here and there. But I don't know, not so much. I don't know, like
See,
what specifically do you want to know? Because
well, you noticed how he was welcomed at the hearth, didn't you?
yes,
Nobody wanted him there.
yes.
They saw him wearing my armor,
Mm-hmm.
and they treated him like an enemy.
Yeah, I was towards the beginning when I first met everybody. But I do remember when I first met him, though, it was in a cave.
Oh yeah, you saved him.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, it was kind of crazy because he came out of nowhere, and I guess I did too. But it was the right time.
That was the That was when I met him too.
Yeah, that's wild to think about that. You know that just seeing the I don't know. I just I liked him from the beginning. But
I don't think he showed it very well, but he liked you too.
yeah, he's kind of I guess I was a little forward sometimes in what I thought our friendship was, especially when he'd ask about Danu. And I was just like, wait, let's talk about it. But it was wrong of me. But you know, when he came back, or maybe you came back, you know, and he kissed me on the forehead when we were in the bar after seeing him come back. That was really sweet.
That was me.
Well, you
I
were
thought
very sweet.
I thought you'd take comfort in it.
I did. I did actually.
Good.
Yeah. So I know you're trying to relax. I can kind of feel the tension in your arm though. I hope you can relax a bit and you know, just become one of us, and maybe we can talk more about Danu and the other one.
Become one of you. It's not fully up to me, is it, Ellie?
Um, I made a choice.
I
Yeah,
know, and I
I didn't.
appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said no, no. I was like, really? I did.
No, I know. No, I know, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that. And she's gonna like sigh really deep. I'll try to be open minded about learning about your goddess if I live
Yeah.
long enough to hear about her.
Yeah. Well, all of us. It's like, how much can we all learn in the short amount of time we have? I mean, after watching what happened to Smalls was really made me think about, I guess, mortality. How's that?
Is that the first comrade you lost?
Uh, Actually, we lost Drum, but I didn't know him very well. I had just come uh, from the hearth.
Yeah, the dwarf
Yeah, the dwarf.
and the centaur too.
Yeah, I didn't know
But
him.
you weren't exactly friends, were you? The
I mean,
the girl centaur, not your doctor friend.
oh, uh, no, she didn't tolerate me very well. I was just trying to learn stuff, but I wasn't fast enough to learn, according to her. And I was kind of a nuisance, I guess you will. That's why being out here and joining this group, you know, I don't want to be a nuisance. I want to learn fast. I want to be able to help in any way I can. So, yeah.
You're doing good. You'd make a good soldier.
Oh, thank you. I've gotten more skills along the way, which is nice. I mean, I feel safer, I guess you will.
That's good.
Yeah. But so you have been around a long time, yeah?
I've been dead a long time.
Oh, so you've been dead a long time, but you lived a long time ago in a
Yeah,
totally different time, I guess.
yeah. I think I'm just a little older than you are.
Oh, I'm 42. So I think I'm 42. Yeah. But
Above the table, what's that in people years? Have we decided?
Yeah, that's like barely 18, maybe 20 at max.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'd be.
gosh.
I'd be like, you
Close.
said what? You're 42.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like 50.
Okay. So we're close. But yeah, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. And, we just reached our, well, uh, our 3. So now we can be legitimate mercenaries. I just wonder where we're going, what's next, and why, we're enemies of the state and who's trying to get us. And it's just crazy.
Well, we were declared enemies of the state by that creepy gnome that wanted Quinn.
Yeah.
The one that
Yeah.
she said tried to poison her or drug her at the party.
And apparently he really doesn't have the authority to do that, but spreading rumors is still, you know,
Yeah. Man, a big ego and weak temperament gets turned down. They can cause a lot of problems.
yeah.
But you should understand that. You're a pretty girl just like Quinn is.
Well, thank you. No, I don't usually have those problems. The only person that really rejected me was Drew. But I had never been, it's not been my thing to find a soulmate or someone to couple with. Although I probably should. I don't know. See what the future holds.
We can find you somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, are you going to be my matchmaker now?
Yeah, I would say I'm a pretty decent wing woman.
All right. Well, we'll wing it. But yeah. I'm trying to rack my brain to think. I don't know. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Don't really have a lot of conversations with people. I'm kind of a loner in my mind. Stick with the group. So, is there anything else you want to know from me?
Are you mad at me
Mad at you? No.
for
I
lying?
just no. No. I mean, I I feel like I understand why you did what you did, but I don't know. It's kind of I just want to get to know you. I'm another friend, you know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about Drew. I really am. We tried so hard to bring him back, and he's missed. But you've changed. So I was gonna say I see him in you, but not really.
I was always there. But that's
Yeah,
complicated.
yeah, it is. It is. But
I want to
no.
turn around and rest on the railing so I'm facing the deck and kind of scan to see what's going on as I'm still talking to Ellie.
Yeah, as you turn around, yeah, clear as day because there's sailors and stuff running around. Like I said, it's still very much so a busy morning here on the ship. Scanning around, nothing really sticks out of you except for this mechanized 6-fingered hand kind of just relatively standing out in the middle of the open. There's really nothing for it to hide behind because your guys are against the railing. There's no debris or boxes or anything, but it's just kind of like standing there in the middle, halfway between the door. I'd say halfway between the doors where you guys came out and the edge of the railing where you guys now stand. And it's just kind of like sitting there shivering in the wind. But other than that, everybody's just kind of running around.
It's a busy ship. What is that thing? Do you see that? I'm gonna turn around and ask Jax.
Yeah, I see it. You don't recognize it?
Um, Yes.
I suppose I
I'm-
would be more familiar with it than you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just wondering why it's on the deck. Should we wave?
Do you have to see somebody to to cast message? Or do you just have to know like their general direction?
I believe you have to have line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay. This spell just says you point towards a creature.
Yeah, so
and
you
you
have
can
to be
cast
able
the
to see
spell
it.
through solid. It says you can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target, and know it's beyond the barrier. Okay, so I don't really know where he is. I'm just guessing.
Should we go over to it? What do you think it would do if we walked up to it?
He'd probably run away.
Once kind of says that, it turns around like thing does an abstract and starts scurrying back the way that it came, like walking away from them.
Yep.
Well, I'm enjoying it out here.
Yeah, wind's nice.
Hmm. There's a lot of people.
Is there anything else up on deck?
Nah, I think we're good.
We're just hanging.
Maddie, do you return to quarters or what are you doing?
Yeah, since that was so uneventful, once it comes back, I'm actually going to quarters and gonna go continue what I was doing before.
All right. Several hours pass. You guys make use of your day. Is there anything anybody wants to do other than through the passing of time? They did say that you had like basically a full day before you guys were going to get back to Opus Day or anywhere close to where they were going to drop you off. But with that, is there anything anybody else wants to do, say, conversations to be had, identifications to be done, tinkering, building, anything going on?
Quinn's gonna talk to Argus real quick and be like, "Hey, I know you're totally working on something, but you seem pretty skilled, and we still have that mechanism or whatever it's called in the cart that I'm really interested to know what it does. Do you know how to unlock it?"
Above the table, that is the one that we've gotten to. We need to get it to tier 3. Yes.
Yes,
We've
you've
already
unlocked
unlocked
tier.
tier 1.
Yes, you've unlocked tier 2. You need to get it to tier. There's one more tier that you can. One more big lock you can bypass. Ellie is still working on the. It's kind of like a. It's kind of like a music dial, kind of like the bumps and ridges of an old school music dial. She's working on that.
Okay, so what Ellie's working on is the thing that unlocks the next level, or are there two things that
There
need
are
to be
there are
unlocked?
two separate things. Argus's lock seems to be about the size of the wagon. When he got past his lock, the wagon went from small to medium. Ellie's, you guys don't know what it does yet.
Okay.
That was. And it has been long enough I can do the check again, yeah? I assume so.
Yes, it's you can try once every basically
check,
stage.
right?
It's like every 3 days, basically. Yes, every travel
Yeah.
check.
That is. Was it just a straight intelligence or was it investigation?
I'll pull it back up. Who all wants to go find the wagon? Because Quark's down with the wagon.